All right, welcome to Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony G. We're about to get started today on a Sunday. We're going to be talking about um, the promise by President elect Donald J. Trump in regards to the golden age. The golden age, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be entering in a golden age for America and things, and we're going to elaborate on it. We're going to talk about it today. So I welcome you guys that are coming in right now. We are entering in a golden age. So what does that really mean? We're going to talk about it and things. Before people start to come in, I just want to give a shout out for people that are listening to me or want to listen to me. I'm just going to kind of wait a little bit and hold back before I get started. So, how is everyone doing and things? So, you can put some highs down here. If I don't respond back because I'm driving, for safety reasons and stuff like that. However, I can still drive and conversate though. Got to keep my eyes on the road, so I'm not ignoring anyone. But I'm just kind of waiting a little bit for people to show up, and then we can go from there. But yeah, the golden age, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually so excited about the things, the policies that are coming, and things like that, because we already know. Before I go into the golden age, before the golden age can be possible, everyone is hearing things as to what Trump is going to be doing, and we already know about locking down that border, mass exodus of illegals that are in this country. They already, already got rid of, how they said since illegals were illegal over here in the first place, if they have children over here, the anchor babies, they won't be able to call themselves U.S. citizen. So they got rid of that as well too. So they are going to be rounded up and taken up out of here. But but other than that, though, yeah, we're steady gonna just talk about the golden age and things. So if no one comes in, I'm just gonna go ahead on and just begin. So it is what it is. Yeah, more people. So yes, go ahead and go into it. Skip it. Yep. So I appreciate you guys for listening to me. Now, what does that mean when it come down to Trump and golden age? Well, the golden age is simply this. As I heard, everyone already heard that he's already going to put policies in effect, and now he's got a battle with the deep state. There's some things, there's some opposition there that's left and things. So once that has been dismantled, such as we talked about it before, the Federal Reserve Bank, which is the central bank, that has to be removed and things. That is going, and once that central bank is gone. Oh yeah, what do I think about privacy? Absolutely, as a constitutionalist, and I believe in the Constitution. Donald Trump believes in the Constitution, but yeah, in fact, we could talk about that right now. This is part of the beautiful thing, because the FBI, as crooked as it is, he's in a fight. Trump and his administration are going to be dealing with the corruption. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, they're gonna be dealing with the corruption and things. So, um, you know what I'm saying. So here's the thing about it. They're gonna be taking care of the FBI. As we know it, there's a lot of corruption there, spying on citizens. All that's gonna go away. That's what I say about the golden age, right? The golden age and things like that. It's one of those type of things, man, that as we start to enter removal of the Federal Reserve, that's going to be gone, which means that we're going to be basically in control of our own resources, right? Money going to start pouring in, because not only that, we have enough oil here, as Trump would say, liquid gold underneath our feet. We have more of it than Saudi Arabia. So we don't have to rely on the foreign supply of oil when we have it here. So, which is going to power the vehicle. I mean, the combustion engine still works fine. A lot of y'all weren't feeling electric vehicles. I wasn't. Which makes more sense is having a hybrid system. And just to let you guys know, you guys are more welcome to comment down there below. I can't really read them because I got to drive. But besides that, it's all good. But yeah, so we're just talking about the golden age and things once again for those that are just coming in. So there's going to be a lot of things that you guys are going to basically see. We're talking about like advancement technology that we have never seen before. Those are in opposition because they think that Project 2025 type of stuff, they think the opposite. People are going to be rounded up and arrested. It's going to actually be quite the opposite, because when we're living by the Constitution of the United States versus before, we were not living by the Constitution of the United States. We're being ruled by government, and this is what's being dismantled as we speak. So when you don't, these, as you know, with the history of it all, politicians are supposed to adhere to what? The Constitution. They take an oath to it, and those that have violated their oath, they have to be removed. They have to be voted out, or recalled out, and that's what's have to happen. I believe that's what's going to happen as well, in order for us to be able to push through this golden age. With these, with the deep state, and what they do is that they have been pirates to the Americans in this country, right? They have actually taken away our rights as citizens. They have this policing that they actually have been doing. They have also been not just policing Americans, spying on Americans. All this stuff is what's been going on. So I'm here about letting you guys know about the golden age, is what's to come. Whether you believe it or not, but it's on its way. The golden age is actually on its way, because once the central bank, once a lot of these obstructions, it's going to be revamped. We're going to have a great quality of health as well, and things versus these preservatives and GMOs and all this artificial sugar and things like that. We're going to have a hell of a wonderful healthcare system and things like that. We're going to have advancement in technology. I'm talking about flying cars. I'm talking about, you name it. We're going to have cities and things like that, where we're going to have being able to control our own energy resources and things without having this taxation on everything. You'll be able to buy a house without worrying about interest rates and all this other nonsense. So these are things that what I'm talking about regards to the golden age. This is what it's going to be, I'm talking about technology that we never seen before. What would be probably a very, very good example would probably be Japan, if you guys ever been there, and things where they have a lot of technological advancements and things like that. And that's what's going to follow here. And with Elon Musk, oh man, we're going to be soaring at new heights. Everybody is going to be on board with Trump. They just have to see it. For the naysayers, they just have to see it. But it's going to happen. And you heard it here, and you may hear it here on other channels as well. But we're talking about the golden age, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about truly being free in a free society where inventions and technology and advancements of health, as opposed to cancer. Now you are going to see that the health industry alone, cancer, diabetes, all that has cures that they have been threatening people not to reveal it. But it will be revealed, and all of this play in factor when we're talking about the golden age of society, along with health, technological advancements. You got Elon Musk at the helm, which is a very, very smart, intelligent man. He's actually want to send people to Mars. You know what I'm saying? So there's no You know, where's a person, the famous person said this, man goes where man wants to go. You know what I'm saying? Man goes where man wants to go. So that lets you know that we are only limited by our own thinking. But if you can think of it as a vast scale, if you can think it, it can be done. You know? So exactly. If you dream it, you can achieve it. And that's basically what it is, though. The American society, our society here in America have really, really been, it has really been, what's the word I like to say it? We have been stifled for our creativity. MAGA, I know, right? 2024, we're going to be going all the way, ladies and gentlemen, man. Y'all have decided as a country, you guys are the majority voters. You saw something in Trump. I saw something in Trump. Trump is making moves, whether people want to accept it or not. He's making moves for the betterment for the country. Not only being safe in the economy, but we're going to be on a new wave, man. We are going in the golden age, man, with freedom and liberty and seeing technological advancements, as I mentioned before. And like I said before, man, it's going to be flying cars. Can you imagine getting in the car like Back to the Future? That's how we're going to do it. And you got Elon Musk and other intelligent people that can make that happen, ladies and gentlemen. Now we don't have to worry about the regulations and so forth, government regulating this, regulating that. We're going to have smaller government as opposed to the big government that we had before. That's another thing. We don't need government telling us what to do, where to do it, and how to do it. We are Americans. Americans, the land of the free, the home of the brave. That's what America is about. God bless America. Boy, you get choked up when I say that, don't you? You know? Like that one song, I'm proud to be an American, right? You know? Yeah, what's that, Lee Greenwood? But yeah, that's exactly what it is, man. America, we was the leading in the manufacturing, right? Producing products made in the United States, made with that good old American pride. And we need to have that good old American pride once again. It don't matter what ethnic background you have, we are all Americans. So we're gonna have those good old made in America. I'm tired of looking at stuff made in China. Why can't we have stuff made here in America? They have outsourced our whole, I mean, think about it. They have outsourced everything. We deserve to have some stuff that's made in America. I want to see American flag on American products. That's what we deserve to have, man. And we are gonna do it. In fact, wait, now that we don't have no restrictions, we're gonna be competing with the world, and we're gonna put American products back on the top where it deserves, where it belongs, because we are free over here, man, and we have still the most intelligent. One of the greatest inventions have come out of America, man. We have produced so much innovation and ingenuity here in America, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep, yeah, like you said, we needed American pride. And I want to see American pride on our products. That's what I'm talking about. And you're going to put that flag up. Anyone that don't like America, you are happy to leave, like a lot of these Hollywood elites. Because America is the land of the free, home of the brave. And that's exactly what it is. Ain't no other country in the world greater than America. And that's what they're going to find out. They think they have freedom of speech, freedom and liberties that protect us from search and seizure, quartering of soldiers and stuff like that, and all this other. Yeah, wait till they find out when they go somewhere else other than America. But that good old pride, once again, like you said though, 100. I've seen that 1,000. I mean, American pride. We need to be manufacturing and building our things for us. And that's what it is. And we're going to sell it. Like we're gonna sell our oil, we're gonna sell our produce, our products, all these. Because right now, you already know, Trump, when he gets into office and assume power, he is going those tariffs. I think it's 20 or 25% for everyone. So that means that these American companies got to come home, or they're gonna be hit with a high tariff. You know they're coming home, right? They're gonna come back here to America, and then right here in America, right, where America is going to be able to have not just an average minimum wage, but they're going to have a great wage because we're not paying taxes. This is how you build wealth. You see what I'm saying? This is how it was when our great-grandparents and things like that. They were in the golden age. So this is how wealth is built. You know, we ain't going to have, people going to be forgiven without, being able to buy a house with no interest rates, man, like that, shoot, that's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be a whole different system, ladies and gentlemen, because we're not paying taxes, you know? Isn't that a beautiful thing, though, man? Most of us as Americans, I pay taxes. I got to pay taxes just like you guys do. And that sucks as Americans, right? Because we're going to start getting our, as we say, pride back, our confidence back. And you guys, we're going to be loving on each other. It's going to be America first, which I'm always a big fan of that. It should always be America first. America first. That's exactly what it is, man. And we need to start, I got to start getting myself some American first gear now. I got to buy some American first gear. Eventually, I'm going to produce my own merch. America first. That's what we need to have. If there may be some out there already, but I will wear it. America first. That's with the good old American flag on it. The red, white, and blue, and the stars, and the stripes. And we have to be more patriotic than ever before because we have a president that is patriotic. So that means that as Americans, we should be patriotic. The only flag that we should be flying full mast in the schools as well is the American flag. Should be no other flag in there, right? American flag, you know? When we pull up on them, we're going to pull up on them with the American flag. You know, and I'm very patriotic myself, as you guys can see. But, and a lot of you guys are. Because as the golden age, we're talking about cities. We're talking about better efficiency when it comes down to electric, or I should say, energy efficiency. Free, renewable energy. Being able to produce our own energy, you know. And you got, like I said, Elon Musk before, we're going to be able to do it better under Trump's administration. He already said that a lot of these corrupt government is going to be, he's going to be firing people left and right. And guess what? There's going to be job opportunities for you guys because once the corrupt have gone, you the patriot, you can work in government and you're going to uphold the oath because you are Americans and you love America. So you may want to get your resumes together because there's going to be a turnaround in government, just like there's going to be a turnaround in the FBI. All these organizations that you guys that I'm talking about, they're going to be looking for jobs looking for jobs as well. I should say looking for employment. Employees, they're going to be looking for employees. So therefore, if you're looking for a job, if you want to work in government, you can. You know, you won't have the roadblocks because Trump is looking for patriots, people that love this country, people that are willing to take the oath to the Constitution of the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what it is. But going back into the golden age, man, I get choked up about it. Every time I talk about America, man, that's what I'm saying, man. I wear my hat. I got my MAGA cap on. I got the dark MAGA. I got the crimson red MAGA. I'm going to get the gold MAGA, the white MAGA with the gold letters. I may even get the Elon Musk MAGA cap too. Why not? I got a lot of MAGA caps, you know. Different colors, different ones. or whatever, making America great again. And you guys should be wearing your MAGA caps. You should be in support of this country. Since I went down to the polls with my MAGA cap. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. Yeah, hopefully more people will see that good in Trump instead of propaganda. Yeah, they're going to turn around, though, 1,000. They're going to turn around. I'm not even worried about the naysayers, because here's the thing is, 1,000, let's say if you were against Trump, for instance, right? And you didn't believe any of this stuff that I was talking. I mean, all this stuff to them sound like propaganda from me, right? So let's just say that you were on that fence. And then once you start seeing this stuff that I've been talking about, especially with no taxes, right? You'll be a fool to say, well, I don't want no free taxes. I want to pay taxes again. No way. No, you would never say anything like that. Oh, I don't want that. Everybody wants that, right? Oh, I don't want to be able to have a mortgage with high interest rate. Oh, no interest rates. I want a mortgage with high interest rates. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense. And the thing about it is that these people are the small minority group, because the majority of the people voted for Trump. And they will see the golden age soon enough. They will see it. The golden age is surely going to come. And I'm glad to see it in our lifetime, because we are in history right now. Trump has laid down the foundation with the help and supporters of the patriots. You guys are all patriots. You are patriots, you know? And that's what it is. We voted for Trump. That make us a patriot. We did not like the current system of what it was under, because it stifled ingenuity. You know, it really did, because look at it. There's no technological advancements on the infrastructures. They're still using the same old crap. That's why look at our infrastructures falling apart, selling out to China. We're going to get that back, because China got to jet the F up on out of America too. Almost was going to try to buy our Harley Davidson. Nope. Trump saved that. It wasn't going to get Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson belongs in America, you know? John Deere belongs in America, you know what I'm saying? These are American companies, and we got to stop selling out. We are America, and we look at John Deere, Harley Davidson. They have some of the best modern technology in our lifetime. The way that these vehicles and these motorcycles and these tractor agriculture equipment, there was some of the best out there, and there's a lot of others too. And we have to start getting back to what we do best. We are a manufacturing country, not only that, but we also are hard-working, blue-collar. You know, we go out here, we make the money. And that's another thing, though, too. With us, the money in the economy is going to be looking so great, man. Your wives may not even have to get out here and work. Your girlfriend may not even have to get out here and work unless you really want to. But we'll go back in that good old Little House on the Prairie type, where the man went out and worked. That's why I love Little House on the Prairie, right? The man goes out and work. She could, like I said, I'm not against women that don't want to work. I mean, that wants to work. But ladies, let's face it. If your man is bringing home that bacon, he's bringing home enough money. You don't even have, all you got to do is just look after the children, take care of the house. Man, that's what I love. I'm old-fashioned like that, man. That's how I am. I'm old-fashioned like that. But it's going to be not necessarily like the Little House like that, because like I said before, it's the golden age, right? We're talking about advancements. We're talking about better technology that they have stifled under this old crooked system. Have y'all noticed we just haven't been improving very much? They want to capitalize on everything. The military get the best stuff, we get the crap, right? This old crap stuff. I'm talking about things that we could be able to do and things as far as the vehicles and the cars, good old American quality, the big three, and things. Hopefully they can get Chrysler back, get that back to be an America car again, because it was created here originally. You know what I'm saying? At least with GM and Chrysler, they didn't sell out. I mean, I'm sorry, GM and Ford, they didn't sell out. They still producing the cars for the most part of it, but everything will be back here in America. They're gonna get a tax cut and things like that for producing, and then not only that, they're gonna be employing, people that are looking for a job. Manufacturing is one of our main things that we do. Manufacture this, manufacture that, good old American pride on it, as I mentioned before, technological advancements. I'm talking about floating cars that can fly and float and hover, even though they do have that technology, by the way. It ain't something that got to be developed. It's just it's on the military. Military has it. You guys that have been in the military, you know what I'm talking about. They have that technology, right? You saw it with the planes and everything. Those jets that can hover. Why not? Why can't that technology be on these vehicles where it can hover? That's what I'm talking about. Being in the flying car, man, like the Jetsons. That's what Trump is going to take us, man. He's the engine, and we are the rocket fuel behind him as the engine. And we're going to power this thing all the way to new heights. It's going to happen, though, man. It's going to happen. I would like to see more content creators talk about the golden age and what is to come. We don't need a lot of gloom and doom. That's what the voting process was for. It's time to start showing Americans and these doubters that America could be number one again, which it will be. We'll be the number one producing of products throughout the world. And I'm talking about better quality products, right? We have the best resources underneath our feet here in America. That's what I'm talking about. We can come up with better ways to be able to do things, right? So people can start having a beautiful way of life, man. And that's what it's about for our children and our children's children. That's exactly what it is. So I feel good about this, though, ladies and gentlemen. I do. I feel very, very good as to where we're going with this thing, because we need some good, man, I've been celebrating since Trump. I'm still celebrating. I celebrated yesterday. I'm going to celebrate again today. All this month, up until his inauguration, we celebrate. Then we're going to really celebrate. Shit, I may even go up there to D.C. on his inauguration. You know what I'm saying? We got something big to celebrate, because once again, ain't no other president I thought that talked about things like this except for Kennedy. I wasn't around with Kennedy, but I listened to his speech, how he wanted to put the man on the moon. I know that's questionable right now. But I know that Elon Musk, we can travel to Mars. We're talking about building Mars, and we're talking about building Mars bases on Mars where it could be inhabitable. Man goes where man wants to go. There's nothing that's stopping you from creating this or making this happen. And right now we need this, right? Because when America lands down on Mars, it's going to be celebrated for centuries to come. And it's going to happen, though, interstellar flights with warp capability and everything, just like with Star Trek. Stuff like this is going to happen. Trump already has Space Force, which is the precursor to Star Trek. Think about this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just saying. Think about this stuff. Star Trek. This is exactly what's going on. Your modern day Avengers, ladies and gentlemen, you got Trump as Captain America, right? Who else you got? You got Elon Musk as Iron Man, right? Because of his technological, he's a rich billionaire, just like Tony Stark. You got Wonder Woman, which is Tulsi Gabbard. She's been in the military forces. She can kick ass, very intelligent and smart. You guys got the Avengers right here. You know, you got J was it JFK? I mean RFK Jr. RFK Jr. Right? You got him, right? So you got these people here, man. We got the dream team, man. We really do. But getting back to the Star Trek thing, man, Space Force, we are going to be a interplanetary, being able to protect Earth. If we ever come under attack, we gonna be able to fight it off. We're gonna be able to have things though, because instead of being invaded by any countries, foreign and domestic, according to the Constitution, we are supposed to uphold it. You know, we have to hold the front line down right now. That's a beautiful thing, man. When you start thinking about Star Trek and Avengers, that's what we are here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if some of you probably seen that or not, but it's true. We are in this time right now, man. It's a beautiful day to be alive, I tell you, man, because we are witnessing history, man. I'm talking about advancements that we have never seen before. All this decaying, building houses with this cheap equipment and stuff. We're going to be able to take it to another level, man. Having, materials that are not inferior. You got Elon Musk, man. He's at the helm. Elon Musk got so much of stuff. He got alternative energy things, renewable energy that really, man, he's able to generate his own energy. And there's other people out there as well, too. We don't have to be a slave to the system, per se. You know what I'm saying? We are supposed to be, right now, man, look how much of the deep state, look at what they have done to us, man. They have stifled, they have restricted us, as well as kept us from any type of technological advancement. They kept us away from the truth, of what we truly can be. They've been trying to undevelop America, make us into a third world slave to them. So therefore, they don't have any competition. So therefore, with Trump and him leading on the helm and the people that are the patriots that are backing Trump, we are able to take this thing to new heights, man. And like I said before, don't worry about the naysayers, man. I'm not getting into that because they are like everybody from Missouri. You got to show me the show me state. You got to show people. And I know with Trump don't have no problems of showing people. He's been showing people since 2016. We were in a different space back then when they laughed at this man. They actually laughed at him. Oh yeah, Troy, he'll never be president. Oh no, that goofball, that guy, that jerk, that racist asshole. No, he would never be president. No, it would never happen. They were, you had their specialists, you had their analysts that was breaking down how he could not be president. Look what happened, man. Fast forward into 2024. We have the majority of the country that says, I'm with Trump. I have voted for Trump, white, black, and other have voted for Trump, women, men, and other. And we have voted for Trump because we all believe, we saw that a healthy economy. We were at 1% before COVID. And even with COVID, man, we jumped up a little bit, but it was still under 2%. It wasn't nowhere near like it is now where, tell me why inflation is over 50%, And this dodo wanted to be president? No, it was never going to happen. We all shut that down. We kept looking at this woman. Are you kidding me? They can't even budget. They can't even balance a budget. Don't they owe like $20 million in their campaign fund? And then they want to talk about they want to get the economy together? That's a joke. Right there with the economy, they fail, But not with Trump. He's gonna reverse this thing. We're gonna get rid of this high inflation and things like that, and we're gonna be producing, man, as we should be. We should be producing. Looking at the technological advancements once again, people are gonna be feeling good about themselves. Good quality of health for the first time. Cancer is going to be a thing in the past, man. We don't have to be worried about cancer as, oh yeah, we're still looking for a cure. No, it's going to be taken care of. Diabetes is going to be eradicated as well too. I'm saying this stuff right now. This stuff is going to be taken care of. We won't have to worry about diabetes. We won't have to worry about cancer. We don't have to worry about these other type of ailments, obesity, heart disease, kidneys, and all the rest of this stuff. Because we do have advancements that they're still working on where they can clone this stuff. If somebody need an organ or whatever like this, just think about the possibilities, ladies and gentlemen, because that's exactly what I'm talking about. These are the type of things here that we will be able to produce and make right here in good old America. Good old America, man. This is exactly what I'm talking about. So it makes us feel good that, we are able to be the top producing from health and wealth and prosperity, man. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. So, like I said before, I'm looking forward to the day where, because we already are becoming unified right now. I'm not listening to what the propaganda media has to say about how we have been divided as a people and all this stuff because of Trump. Actually, Obama was the one that have done that. He divided us as a people. And look at it, and it's being blamed on Trump. We're seeing in his administration. They said he's a male chauvinist, right? Look at who he hired. Her name escapes me right now, but she is a woman, right? They call her, because she have an icy personality. So, in other words, we don't have to worry about her flaring up with emotions, though. She can handle things more logically, Some would say that she's Vulcan. I'm just kidding. For the Star Trek, I'm a big Trekkie fan, as you guys can tell, But other than that, geek alert, geek alert, But other than that, though, man, it's one of those type of things that we are going to see. Homelessness is going to be a thing in the past too. Nobody should have to live out here on the streets, man. Nobody should have to be. Everybody should be able to afford a home. Home ownership should not be a dream. It should be an actual given if you want one. That should be given a rite of passage, in my opinion. Everybody should become a homeowner. Apartment living for a family, man. I mean, you got to do what you got to do, but it sucks. I was raised in a home. I wasn't raised in an apartment as a child, So that's what I'm saying. We all should have the right to be able to own a home. BlackRock and all the rest of them don't want, they don't want people to have home ownership, right? They said they'll be happy. What is it? Nobody would own anything, and they'll be happy with it. They have been, part of this government have been taking us down, taking us away from what we truly can be, So it's going to happen because we're in a very good position, ladies and gentlemen. We are in a very, very good position with Trump, 2024 all the way up to 2028. So with the next election, and we already got people like J.D. Vance, Vervick, the future, that's the thing about it. Not only that we got to deal and undo what's going on here, but we're also going to be looking to the future as well, because we should be making great advancement within the 4 years of Trump being in office to be able to undo the policies that Biden and Harris have done to destroy our country, our society. And they were doing a very good job with it, man. Have good riddance, getting rid of Kamala, getting rid of that threat. We got some other threats to have to deal with. Hollywood is going to be totally, Trump already mentioned, which I heard this quick speech about how he's going after the deep state, and he's going to basically obliterate it, the deep state, and he's going after people that are in the Hollywood entertainment pretty much as well as they already have been anyway. And, Yeah, it's a lot of corruption there. Got to be taken care of, so that you know. But it is going to happen. If it look like things, because it got to take him a little time. Once he his first 100 days, we already see it changes already. So when he assumes power, and they're afraid, the Dems are panicked out. They really are. The Dems are panicked out like never before. They are panicking, man. Panicking, panicking, panicking. This political correctness stuff is going to be removed. There's only 2 genders. That's going to be removed. All this, I mean, other than that, we got 2 genders. Those are the only ones that's going to, where it always been. We don't, all this other genders and all this stuff, all this nonsense stuff, the mutilation of children and grooming them for trans, all that stuff is gone away because he will not fund it. And it's going to kill it. Since he won't fund it in the education schools, it's dead. So we don't have to worry about political correctness and things like that. You can call somebody fat. It is what it is. Whatever. We don't have to go by these political correctness stuff. So I'm happy to see all that. That's why I said, man, it's a beautiful time, man. It's a beautiful day and a beautiful time that we're living in right now. So it's good to be alive right now, man. You know, I just want you guys to hang in there and things, because the things are going to go back to the way it was instead of what they've been doing. And male masculinity that's been under attack like never before. All this male misogyny and all this crap, all this stuff that they've been villainizing us, trying to paint us as an enemy. Men, you can go back to being men again. You shouldn't have to apologize for being a man. We didn't do anything, you know? They try to make it like we were strong-arming women and beating them upside the head. We didn't do any of this type of stuff. Women appreciate a masculine man to protect them. Women ain't trying to get out here and get in no bar fight with somebody or whatever. They know they can have a man to protect them. And there's nothing wrong with that. Trump said he's going to protect the women, whether the women like it or not. And I think that's a beautiful thing, you know. So in the golden age, because like I said before, crime is going to be pretty much, it's going to be very, very hard to do a crime because everybody getting paid. Everybody out here got access to being able to generate wealth. If you want to do that, you'll be able to do that. If you just want to work and get by, paying bills, you know what I'm saying, just having a moderate, comfortable living, you are able to do that too. It's your right. You can decide what you want to do. And I do, honestly, in my heart of hearts, I believe that Trump is going to take us to the promised land, man. He really are, because we as Americans, we majority voted for him, where he's going to take us to the promised land. So we don't have to worry about this crime, violence, and all this other crap that's coming at our doorstep or whatever. You can own a gun and things like that. You know, there's a lot of things that you should be able to do, you know, instead of, you know, you should be not, instead of being governed by big government. That's another problem, man. We don't need the government in our bedrooms. We don't need the government telling us people's sexual orientation. Because really with the LGBTQ community and all the rest of them, they would much rather, I mean, what is the whole of them is 4%. So they're not the threat. It's just that they've been weaponized, been pushed in our face. All that's going away. They can go back into their little communities and they're happy about it. Nobody's coming down there talking about you can't be gay, get my shotgun. No, they ain't got nothing to do with that, because they much rather be in their own communities anyway. I've talked with some of them, man. They don't like all this spotlight shine on them, on this type of stuff. They should apply to the regular rules like everybody else do. It shouldn't be preferential treatment and DEI and all this other nonsense. Because like I said, if you're qualified to do the job, that's what it's always. Qualified to do the job. That's all we're looking for. If I had a business right now, I want to hire people that's qualified to do the job. There shouldn't be any type of preferential treatment. You know? That Title IX stuff and all that stuff, yeah, All that stuff gonna be revamped and things because, really be honest, it shouldn't even be there in the first place. Women can work. There's no man that I know that said a woman can't work. You know, women can do the jobs, certain type of jobs women prefer to work. They're not out there on the or drilling for oil on the oil rigs, out there, offshore drilling. You don't see women doing that. It's a very difficult, dangerous job. Women do not do dangerous jobs like that. The only way you're gonna make that kind of money, crane operation, $50 an hour to be a crane operator. You know what I'm saying? It's there if they want to do it, but once again, most women don't pick those type of jobs to do. Why? Because they are dangerous, and they do require some type of and that ain't what they want to do. I don't blame them. You know, being on some offshore rigging and all this other nonsense, they're not trying to do those type of dangerous jobs. There's men out there, salute to the men, once again, that go out there that are doing the offshore drilling. They are doing these type of jobs, driving that ditch witch and doing the pavement and all this other kind of stuff. They out there on the jackhammers. They out there erecting these bridges and buildings and everything, drilling the rivets inside and all the rest of this type of stuff. So they are building the infrastructure. So therefore, people can be comfortable and be happy and be proud to be an American. This division, ladies and gentlemen, is going away. Because this is, like you said, nothing but propaganda that are coming from the legacy news media, which has no credibility no more. They have a bias slant towards the Democratic Party. They are the extensions to the Democrats. The Democrats have been in power for at least 12 to 16 years. What they have been doing in this time period, they have been robbing the American people. They have been lying to the American people. They have been spying on the American people. They have not improved our quality of life, but they stifled it and brought it down. You know what I'm saying? They tried to vaccinate us, the vaccines and these puberty blockers and all this stuff that have caused death. Just saying it for what it really is, man. This is what it is. They put mandates. I'm exercising my first constitutional right as an American. And we have to get back to the Constitution. Those amendments are important for every American to know. You have to know this stuff. So that way, because how would you know if your rights are being infringed or not? How would you know? So we want to always uphold the Constitution. Anybody that's against the Constitution is anti-American, and what they have done is absolutely downright treasonous. These are treasonous acts to allow illegals into the country in the first place. That is treasonous, you know? By Biden being so damn old and he don't know where he's going, he more than likely he won't see any type of jail time or nothing. It'll just be wrong, even though the dirt that he did for years. But I think his punishment is the loss of dementia, and I think that's punishment enough, though. As far as with his son, that's another whole story. Hunter Biden and things like that. Do you guys think that Hunter Biden should go to jail or not? What do you guys think? Should he go to prison for what he did? Because that's another whole story, you know. He doesn't have his father's issues, you know. Father Time caught up with Biden, though, so, you know, and things like that. What y'all think? Should he go to prison? I'm talking about Hunter Biden. Should Hunter Biden go to prison for what he did with the laptop, Russia, and all this other stuff? Should Hunter Biden go to prison? You know, so that's the question. Yep, we got a list of people, should they go to prison? You know, so, because again, the stuff that he did is treasonous. You know? I mean, it really is. And most people that are treasonous, you know, when you commit a treasonous act, it usually results to what? It usually results in, most of the time, they just put people to death. in the other countries. If this would have been China, you already know what China would do. They don't play. Russia, you know what they would do. Most countries don't mess around with this type of stuff. Because once you're a traitor to America, man, that right there is totally unexcusable at this point. Being a traitor. Being a traitor to America, man, you know? Yep, so that's the thing about it. But, bringing out the best in America, the golden age of society, and things. That's why I put that photo with the golden city, man, because we can get it like this, though, man. It's gonna take some time and it's gonna take some work, but we already have it. We have the ingenuity to be able to do it. We have the belief that we can do it. Good old American products once again, and stuff like that. I want to see that Craftsman tools and everything, Snap-on tools. Hopefully they didn't sell out. I hope not. But we have some great tools, great products here in America, man. Good made in America. That's what we need to have again, man. I'm really, really, really enjoy doing this live with you guys because, once again, this is the type of stuff that need to be promoted. We need to be pushing this stuff because everything is going to be good news. Good news, man. And that's exactly what it is. We all should be celebrating, and we are going to celebrate once he gets in office, though, we already know what they're trying to do to stop him, but they're not going to be successful, man. Like I said, Trump is already ahead, man. He's steps and steps ahead of these people. That's why when they try to rig those elections, they couldn't do it. Too big to rig. It's a beautiful thing, man, his accomplishments. In fact, he's already going down as the greatest president that we ever had in our lifetime. Whether people believe it or not, they'll see it to believe it, and others are believing it already because they have seen how Trump got down in the past when in 2016, he worked that 4 years in that. Well, we're seeing a lot of his accomplishments and what he tried to do. Yeah, won the presidency, and the Senate and the House. Exactly. This is something. Exactly, Kenny Howard. Yeah, welcome to the channel, man. Some of you guys I remember seeing before, but yeah, exactly. That's exactly correct, Kenny. You know what I'm saying? This is unprecedented, for what Trump accomplished. We got to go back to 2016 or 15 when he came down that golden escalator and he was saying that he announced his presidency, that he was going to run for president. And it was a beautiful thing. The naysayers went crazy. They were like, this guy, there's no way in the world that Trump will be president. That's what they were saying on the Legacy News. The fake Legacy News that has no credibility now. This is what they were saying. They were laughing. They were joking. They thought Trump was actually a joke. What they really didn't realize that when Trump knew that he was going to win the election because Trump stood on the issues. He didn't go with the political correctness. Trump was just being Trump. You know what I'm saying? Under the Trump, no wars. Exactly. Exactly. Yep, you're right about that, man. I'm doing a glimpse. Gotta keep my eyes on the road. Exactly. Safe and secure borders. Absolutely. These are Trump's policies that have made Trump great and things like that. Everything that you're putting down there, Kitty, I appreciate you, but it's absolutely correct. It's absolutely correct because we already know that is the precipice of creating the golden age. You have to secure your borders. You have to kick out the illegals that are here, that's sucking off of the system without doing no work. Makes no sense. That's why that what they did is a treasonous act right there. And once all that has been taken care of, then we can start working on the renewable resources, right? Where the economy is going to start growing again because oil is going to be drill, baby, drill, right? Fracking is going on. They're going to be looking for jobs in regards to that too. People that are looking for jobs, you may want to be out there on the oil rigs and all that type of stuff, drilling for oil and all that because it's going to be needed. and things. So all this is gonna make our society do what? It's gonna make the economy grow. Inflation is gonna go down, right? We're also gonna have the tariffs, taxes that's gonna be implemented to every nation outside of the United States. The American companies are going to come back here. Jobs are going to be plentiful. Yep, the Keystone Pipeline, exactly. That's exactly what it is. It's our domestic right here in the good old America. You're going to open that back up. Drill, baby, drill. I love it. I love talking about Trump's policies. Thanks, Kitty, for reminding me, because I do have his policies saved, but we need this like never before, man, because this is how we are going to survive, and not only survive, it's going to get better than what we're seeing right now. With this shoddy infrastructure that we're seeing and a lot of crap that's going on, where we're going to see better days are here to come. It really is. I appreciate it, Kitty, man, for subbing, man. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you guys subbing, man, and things like that, because I kind of talk about stuff that we all are thinking about. I said, why not talk about it? Why not talk about it? We ain't got to always bang on the DMs all the time, right? Okay. Have to go to the grocery, blah, blah. I understand that, man. Get your grocery. This is Sunday, man. You got to do your laundry. You got to get your shopping. Yeah, if I'm still here by the time you get finished, man, or whenever, I appreciate you so much, Kitty. I remember you before. Some of you guys I remember for rocking with me before, man. Okay, you too, bro. Later. Yeah, so other than that, though, yeah. So Kitty brought up some very important things, though, man. There's a whole list of some things with Trump's policies. And there's going to be a whole other list of more things to come. It really is, though, man, because our main thing, I stick more on the Constitution, because if you notice, they have been trying to suppress our freedom of speech. If they're trying to throw Trump in jail for some old trumped up charges, pardon the pun, but some old trumped up charges about a fictitious woman that doesn't exist, with this Letitia James type stuff, and they can go ahead and just indict someone and 34 counts of bullshit. All of it is. Trump ain't done nothing wrong, but they're harping on this. They're banking on this. So Trump's lawyer, what's his name? He said it. What did he say best? He said, if you come after Trump, he said, what we're gonna do is, in so many words, we're gonna cite it as this, because really this ain't nothing but a witch hunt. He said he's gonna lock her fat ass up. Y'all remember the speech, right? He's gonna lock her ass up. And this is a hint and a half for everybody's ASS. Because if they could do this to a president or a president-elect, a former president, now he's a president-elect. I never called him a former president. Trump have always been our president, in my book. So if they can do this to him, they can do this to anybody. They really can. They can do this to anybody. And what they're doing is they're trying to set a message with that and the corrupt FBI and all this other kind of crap, to try to threaten us with, as far as our voices not to be heard. That's how you know we are in a tyranny. This is why Trump is going to clear it out. He's gonna take care of the FBI. He's going to get rid of all these corruption. Because the corruption got to go first. Once the corruption gone, and the Federal Reserve, all this other stuff, the WHO, the World Health Organization, the International Monetary Fund, all these organizations are going to, these alphabet boy groups, you know what I'm saying? All this stuff is going to be gone, man. And we're going to be seeing a golden age. We're going to be seeing a golden age, ladies and gentlemen. It will happen. It will happen. That's what I'm talking about. But going back on the Trump policies and things like that, what else did he say? There's a lot of things. There'll be no critical race theory, gender altering or whatever. This transmutation stuff or whatever you want to call it, won't be funding any of this stuff in the school systems. It will not be funded. Not at all. And that's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to lead with that and things. I thank you guys, man, by the way, for, coming in, hearing what I had to say, and things like that, man. Before I get started to work again, I just want to talk about the golden age, technology in our society, talking about building, and everything, because that's what it's all about. It's all about building. It's what it is. And with the naysayer Democrats, they are going to come on board. They're going to say, man, I don't have to pay taxes anymore. Wow. I ain't got to do this anymore. Wow. When they see that, wait, see it till they see. They're going to come around. They're going to say, man, I never really thought about that. Here I am thinking that he was going to round us up, beat our asses, and throw us in prison. And with the legacy news and the propaganda, because the propaganda news, that's what I call the propaganda news. They have done a very good job of doing a scare tactic. But the American people have been waking up, because if that was true, they wouldn't have voted for Trump. So who's been lying to us? The legacy media, because they said that all Americans fear this man. They said that democracy was under threat. They said Trump was the threat of democracy. So if that would be the case, that would mean that a lot of the American people that voted for Trump, like myself, we didn't think that Trump was the threat of democracy. But this was something that legacy news was saying. This was the stuff that The View was saying. These are nothing more than liars, right? All they do is lie. All they do is make up their own propagandas and their agenda for what? To keep the people in fear. They use emotions to get people angry and frustrated, and they act as if the world was ending. That's why when you guys saw some of those silly videos with most women that was acting the fool, acting crazy, they were acting like it was the end of the world, running around here, want to cut their hair, and I'm withholding sex. I was just laughing at them, man, because it was something to laugh at. They act like it was the end of the world, man, because they believe in the legacy news propaganda. They really do. They believe in this stuff, man. And since they believe in this stuff, but we have spoken. I'm not saying that you will have to love Donald Trump, but a lot of us will and do when they start seeing an improvement on the economy, when they start seeing an improvement. Even right now, they're not sending no more people over here in America now. Now that they have found out that Trump is the elected president, you think the president in Mexico want to F with Trump now? No. I think it's a woman now. They're not trying to mess with Trump. They know this guy mean what he says. They remember before. Now he's going to hit Mexico with a 25% tariff. He's going to hit them up. Any products that's coming into Mexico, they're going to pay the tariff. And this is going to be with all these other nations outside of the United States. That's where your money is coming in. That's part of it. That's going to be a big contributor in selling oil as well to these other nations as well. Trump done this before, by the way. This is not nothing new, ladies and gentlemen. Trump have actually done this before, back in 2016. But see, with the legacy lying news media, that's the left, that's controlled by the left, they don't talk about that. We had to find out it from our own independent journalists and social media people like myself. This is where you find out that stuff, because they will not report it. They will not report it. And we know the numbers that was much higher when Trump won. It was actually over the amount of what they're reporting. It was so high, I believe it was probably in the 70 or 80% range. But they wanted to bump those numbers up. In my opinion, I think that they wanted to bump those numbers up with Kamala Harris, so that way she don't lose by an embarrassment. To me, she still lost by an embarrassment. They had to cheat those numbers just to get it up to that point. They really did. He won. We got the House. We got the Senate. We have the Supreme Court as well. We have all that. We have all that. So we are the controlling dominant, or I should say controlling part of the House and all that. So we are able to make things happen. This is unprecedented, ladies and gentlemen, like this. Trump won the popular vote. Just think about this, ladies and gentlemen. Trump have won the popular vote. If this guy was that popular, according to the legacy media, didn't they say that he was a threat to democracy? They called him Hitler. All the people that voted for Trump, they didn't call him Hitler. They didn't call him threat to democracy. It was really the opposite. So who was lying? The legacy media lied. They have lied. All these Democratic shields that you see on social media and TikTok, they were lying. They were getting paid. But then it come to find out, Kamala Harris, in her campaign, they raised all this money. They raised $1 billion on her campaign, right? They raised up $1 billion and she still lost. Now she still owed like $20 million. They couldn't even budget. They went over the budget by $20 million. They had $1 billion on her campaign and she still lost. And they went over budget by $20 million. They want their money. Huh. And then she talked about how she was going to budget the American. It's the most laughable, jokeable thing, though, And I know some of you don't like me when I talk about Kamala Harris, and that's all right. But it's the truth. It's the absolute truth, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. It's the truth. Yes, it is. We have to talk about it. Went over budget. $20 million. Had $1 billion for her campaign. Yeah, that's what I say, man. It's truly amazing, ladies and gentlemen. It really is. It's truly amazing. It's truly amazing, man. They had $1 billion. That's why you saw her face all over the place. I think with Trump, what was his budget? Maybe like $1 million or so, but it wasn't nowhere near like that. Trump didn't pay celebrities. He didn't pay Megan Thee Stallion, he didn't have to go pay Beyonce $10 million just to speak for 3 minutes. Trump didn't have to pay no celebrity. The celebrities that may have showed up, they showed up on their own accordance. They were already on board with the Trump policy already. They knew he was a better candidate and everything. This is the guy that's going to push us into the golden age. We are going into the golden age, ladies and gentlemen, whether you believe it or not. We're going to be on a whole different currency. Our currency is going to be backed by real gold and silver, the way that it always should have been. We're going to have crypto in there as well, too. Therefore, our economy, we don't have to worry about our economy ever being taken over by a group of small minority groups and all this other kind of, small minority groups. And what I mean by minority groups of people, we're talking about the exclusive rich that have a hold on the economy now. We don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. It's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Won't you be mine? Won't you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, though, man. The golden age. Yep, it's a beautiful thing. We are entering in the golden age. We are going to new heights that we have never seen before, ladies and gentlemen. We are entering in a world and society that's going to be technological advancements that we have never seen before, and things like that. You're talking about androids and robots and other stuff that's going to be making life a lot better for us and things like that. We're going to have that type of stuff, man. Being like, how the Jetsons, you guys remember the Jetsons, for those that have been around, Hanna-Barbera, the creator of the Jetsons, George Jetson, Jane, Judy, and Elroy. Yeah, but that's basically how we're going to be. We're going to be in a society where we're going to be living up there in the clouds, man. We're going to be able to have these flying cars and stuff, jet packs and stuff like that, you know. A lot of that technology we actually have right now, when you look at their communicators and stuff like that, even with the Star Trek stuff, we actually have communicators, which is our cell phones and stuff like that. So we are going to go to new heights because the flying car, and Elon Musk is going to produce it because that's how smart he is, man. Very, very smart and intelligent man. I would like to meet Elon Musk one day because, um, you know, he has a very, very interesting mind in things, far as with that. But we are going to be going to the stars. Somebody famous said this: "Man goes where man wants to go." And I'm gonna say it again: man goes where man wants to go and things. And that's for you ladies too, whatever. You know, you guys can do that too. But man goes where man wants to go. So I think that's very important as well to remember these things. We're going to have hover cars, flying cars, and things like that. We won't be stifled, won't be regulated with all these regulations that keep us from advancing. That's why when you get rid of the Federal Reserve, you got all of us will witness and experience these things. You guys are gonna say, "Oh man, I never," and then it's gonna start clicking. Legacy news will go away because there won't be control. In fact, there's gonna be policies that Trump is gonna put in effect where they won't have a monopoly hold on putting out misinformation, propaganda, destroying the minds of the people. Trump said that he was going to get rid of the, basically the, you guys already know the educational system, that's controlled, which is actually controlled, by the way, by the government. He's going to get rid of that as well too. So that's going to have to go because really what it is that it's a it's basically nothing more than a training camp and things that are designed to, with a lot of this extreme leftist, woke agenda type stuff that they've been pushing in the school systems and things. And this is why, you know, at the time it's better to have homeschooling for your child because you didn't have to worry about the propaganda and stuff like that. Trump is going to do away with that. It's going to be totally revamped and things because, like we always say, the educational system doesn't teach kids how to be entrepreneurs and independent thinkers. It teaches them to have a factory. No disrespect for people that work in the factory, but it's a factory mindset. The way that it's designed and set up, they don't really teach any of this type of stuff, unless and then the people that have overcame like some of this type of educational stuff. There's people that do think outside of the box. I went to a public school. However, I always thought outside of the box as well. I didn't go by the traditional. I hated school, to be honest, because I found, even as a child, I noticed that it was a bunch of BS for the most part of it and things because how how it was centered. It was centered to teach instead of even though I learned about the Constitution, they don't teach any of that stuff today in the school systems at all and things. So they don't teach that. But you hear more woke agenda type stuff. That's the poison that's being pushed on the children. This is one of the main reasons why we haven't been innovative very much. I mean, look at Apple Computer. This is a perfect example. When you look at Steve Jobs, he's also an innovator, right? He was able to think outside the box. Elon Musk was able to think outside the box. You start looking at these titans of industry and technology alone, they able to think outside the box. The person that invented DOS, they were able to think outside the box. You know, Bill Gates didn't create Microsoft. He acquired the company and created Microsoft off of Apple's platform, off of Apple's technology. He used to work for Apple, but it's something to be said about individuals that come up that created Lotus 1, 2, 3, these other type Unix. The guy that invented Unix, and you also have Linux. These people thought outside of the box. You know what I'm saying? So Uh, we need more thinkers like that. They've been stifling, destroying thinkers, creativity type people. We need more people like that. As I mentioned before, I'm gonna say it again. We need people that created DOS, people that created Lotus 123, people that created Unix and things like that, as well as Linux. We need people like that, and we are since we're going into the golden age, we are going to have people like that. We need Steve Jobs of today, right? We need people like that that can have innovative thinking, people that's going to work for the greater and the better good for society. And that's basically what it is, though. You know, we definitely need that. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to get ready to go to work. I got to make a stop here. Got to pick up some groceries myself. But you guys stay encouraged, stay positive, and I thank you guys once again for listening to some random guy speaks. Once again, I'm Tony G. I enjoy doing these lives and stuff like that. Just talking about some things. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subs. I'd like to give a shout out to Kitty Howard, man. Thank you, man. 1,000. I'd like to give a shout out to you as well. RR 1,000 RR. You know what I'm saying? I'd like to give a shout out to, let me see, who is this else here? I see Whiskey Cat threw up the brew. Not for sure what that really means, but I give a shout out to you anyway. Let me see here. What do you think? No privacy like pirating games. Um, yeah. All I gotta say to that, just kind of get back on some of the comments before I go. Personal. You're talking about pirating games. That's never been cool to take people's intellectual property and use it for your own without buying it. Yeah, that's gonna be an issue, you know. But like I said, when we go into this golden age, you're gonna have enough money where you wouldn't have to pirate it software in the first place. That's what the whole point about the golden age. You know, you gotta stop thinking of life like, okay, we just got a president in here, and I'm just responding to a comment that was made earlier because he was saying about how is that going to affect, would I still be able to go out here and pirate games for privacy? No, you got to do it the right way, bro. I mean, you can't get out here and just take people's intellectual properties stuff. A lot of people done it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people have done that stuff. I thought that was a thing in the past, man. You don't have war ass websites and what's that other one? Pirate websites, pirating software. What is this? 2000s? I mean, 1990s. We don't have any of that stuff no more like that. I mean, yeah. You know, I mean, he's changing things though. Changing it for the better though, Ohio. He's changing it for the better. That's why I want to get a T-shirt that says "Orange Man Good," and it is what it is. I love Trump though, man, but that's the thing about it because I don't like to get into debates with people that cannot emotionally control themselves. If you have policies from the left that you could challenge Trump on the right with, which I find very difficult because the policies on the left got us in this situation in the first place. We were doing all well and fine before woke agenda started emerging. We didn't have to worry about a man and a man and a woman and a woman. We didn't have to deal with any of that stuff. But tell me why that these are the things that we are dealing with right now, I mean, it shouldn't be like that. It should be about your God-given right to be able to freedom of speech, not being controlled, political correctness. I'm glad that's going to be gone too. We ain't got to worry about political correctness no more. Men can be men and all this other stuff. You got to keep in mind how they introduce things in our society. They always talk about how good it is. Everybody was rah-rah about the Me Too movement. Then it went on a witch hunt. Because we have to look at things. So if it's something that sounds too good to be true, it is. Because the Me Too movement destroyed the dating world. No man is gonna approach. Men right now don't even cold approach a woman no more, because if she don't find you attractive, you can find yourself, this guy, this stranger approached me, all this other kind of stuff. No man wants to go through that type of stuff. That's why I say this stuff have to go away, which it will. It will go away. You know, whether you want to address him as Trump, Orange Man, whatever the case may be, all the good thing about it is that things are changing. You know what I'm saying? Yep, things are changing for the better. And that's what they got. You know, you saw that, Ohio. You saw it. Everybody did. Social media, the day that Trump won, the women, mostly the women, the zesty boys, the soy boys, zesty boys, they were on there tripping out, man, screaming and hollering at the top of their lungs. They were absolutely, they absolutely thought it was the end of the world when Trump was elected to be president. They lost their forever living minds. Mostly women and zesty boys, soy boys, the zesty boys, they lost their mind. They really did. I'm over here looking at it and I was laughing. And every now and then I do tune in on TikTok. I don't have TikTok on my thing, but I watch it because you already know TikTok is the back door to China. I won't put it on my phone. No, sir. But other than that, yeah, they lost their forever living mind, man. It was the most humorous thing to watch, these meltdowns and stuff. The View. And The View going to be going away too, man, because, like I said, he's putting stuff in order where we won't have this propaganda, fake, phony news, disinformation, or I'm sorry, misinformation type stuff. We don't need that type of stuff right in our society. What we need is real journalists that have an unbiased connection to be able to tell the truth. That's what we need in our society. Just like they're going to be revamping the educational system, because that's another training grounds to train people to become woke agenda type people as well. I got a friend of mine right now. I had a conversation with him, and that was yesterday. And he's a hardcore Trump supporter as well. He supported Trump for a long time. And, his daughter, when she, and I mentioned this to him, I said, I want the factories back. It's coming, bro. It's coming. But he was having a conversation. His daughter said because when she got into high school and college thing, it's gotten worse as she started to progress. His daughter is, I think she's like on the cuff of millennial. Yeah, but at any event, yeah, on millennial and things like that. So she did not like the fact about the things that Trump was saying, because she's been brainwashed under that woke agenda stuff and all that. So I told her, man, I said, yeah, that's basically what it is. They did agree not to fight about anything with Trump, but she was very, very upset that Trump won. So she's the one that talks about her father. She looks at her father as a white man with that critical race theory, white man bad, but on all this other kind of stuff. So he was sharing this stuff with me, man. So this is the type of poison that they have poisoned the children, and they got these school teachers that have been poisoning the minds of these students. They can't just teach the class without opening their fat mouth up and destroying the minds of our youth, trying to get them to go with the leftist agenda that never have worked. It's a factory, man. It's a factory designed to keep them in the dark or whatever. But getting back to your point, Ohio, yeah, the factories are coming back, man. The fact Trump is going to bring it, man, you ain't got nothing to worry about, man. That is coming back for sure. Because he already set up those, Michigan won the national championship, and we won 2024. Exactly. Michigan won, exactly, right? Yeah, Michigan did win, man. I'm up here in Ann Arbor right now as we speak. You probably recognize some of the stuff. Yeah, they won last year though, for sure. They're not doing too good this year. That's to be expected though. They don't have Jim Harbaugh no more, and they lost a lot of their starting lineup as well too. Hutchinson and them, JJ, all of them just went on to better things in the pros, right? Hutchinson is out right now. He's played for the Lions. Lineman broke his leg and stuff like that. Lions been doing great. Yeah, as far as you talking about the Lions, yeah, we championship made team there. For the Lions, How about those Lions? Golf is doing this thing on the quarterback thing and stuff like that. So yeah, we got the star team here. In fact, we got the best record in the NFL and things like that for the Lions, man. We have the best record ever, and we potentially can go all the way to the Super Bowl. Things where they're playing right now. They're real hungry out there, man. We got a running game and things like that. They can run the chain, man. It's a beautiful thing, though, man. It's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. Yep, I know, right? Lions, it's impossible yet. It's what is it? Lions, it's impossible yet. It's happening. It is happening, man. It is happening, man, because the Lions haven't been in the play. I mean, they haven't won a Super Bowl, what is it, since '68, I think. I mean, it's been in the '60s. I know that. It's been a long time, man. But yeah, how about them Lions? So yeah, that's what I say about that, though, man. But things are going to be picking up. Manufacturing is coming back to America. Did Trump have created an ambassador? Before I go, he created that ambassador to be the mouthpiece to go out to the world and say, hey, you guys may want to come back to America. We got Trump back. You guys gonna get a hell of a rate cut. And guess what? You better send your products out to other countries in the world. As long as you have your jobs here in America, hiring Americans, you ain't got to worry about tariffs or whatever. All the foreigners will be paying a tariff tax. I think it's either 20 and 25%, something like that. But that's what they're going to be paying. That's what's going to be fueling America. This is what's going to get our economy back on track. With the drilling, the Keystone Pipeline, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Just as Ohio said, it's happening. You may think it's impossible, but it's happening. We ain't talking about these little $15 an hour jobs either. It's going to go back to the way things were when you were able to make a decent living working in the factory, right? Working in these jobs, working in these plants and stuff. Yep, I want good lives for our people. Absolutely, Ohio. I want good lives for our people because it starts here in America. We were the backbone for that. This is one of the main reasons why America produced so much. We did it here, and the people before us did it. They were able to take care of their families, have a decent living. Home ownership went up after World War II. It was a beautiful thing, man. We had quality life. In fact, back then they had a better quality of life than we do today. It's sad. You would think that we should have a better quality of life, even better. But we are going back into that golden age, Ohio. It's going to happen. Just like you said, it's happening now with the policies and things that are going on. It's happening. And like I said, I ain't got to get out here and debate with the naysayers. They're going to see it. It's like one of my other friends. I don't have very much liberal friends. I have more conservative friends. But when I do talk to my liberal friends, they want to see it. They don't believe it, but they want to see it. I said that's fine. That's the easy part. But they missed 2016 because we had the propaganda machine with the Legacy News, as you remember, in Ohio, where they were going back in here and saying how everything good Trump did, Orange Man bad, Trump bad, Orange Man this, 45 did this, 45 did that. It was like we had the lowest inflation ever recorded. Black and brown unemployment dropped to an all-time low to 4.5%. It was Trump was breaking and smashing all kind of records. We had the lowest amongst the minority groups alone for employment. Everybody had a job damn near, right? I mean, they really did. We had the lowest as 1% inflation. That was a fact before COVID. That was a fact. We were doing good. We were starting to go back to they introduced COVID. And I still think this pandemic, I don't call it the pandemic, I call it the pandemic, and that's exactly what ended up happening. So to try to stifle and derail Trump, he's much more prepared for it now, because when he was first in office, he had to learn who the key players was in Washington. Now that he knows who, they have taken over the RNC. Trump controls the RNC. We have pushed out all of the rhinos. Trump have defeated the Bush family. Trump has defeated it was for the Bushes. He also defeated everyone else, the Bidens and Obamas, to have defeated them. Have defeated them, and the Rhino Republicans, he have defeated a lot of them, pushed their behind out. You know what I'm saying? The Cheneys have defeated them as well, working on the McCains as well. Most of them have been defeated anyway. They're not involved with the RNC anymore. Trump is. The MAGA supporters as well. They are the ones that are controlling things. And this is why we're going to have good lives. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have the good life again, the golden age that I keep harping on. We're going to be like Star Trek, the Jetsons, because the technological advancements we're going to be able to do without being stifled, held back over political regulations and all this other stuff, that the government is bloated, is overweight, is too large. You cannot have a healthy society when you have too much government. And when Elon gets in there, because he's very good at what he does, and he's going to go in Washington, trim the fat, get rid of overspending. He's going to do a forensics. He's going to find out where this money has been going, things like that. They're battling the cartel. They're going to be battling the syndicate, and things like that. And there's going to be a lot of indictments, man. There's going to be a lot of not just firing. There's going to be a lot of people going to prison for treasonous stuff against in the United States. When he's able to track down and look at the when he does the financial forensics, and they're going to do it because Elon is very good. That's how he got Twitter together. He got Twitter together. Twitter X now. X is running as a well-read machine now, just like his automotive companies and stuff like that. Elon don't mess around, man. He's got a brilliant mind. He's very intelligent. He knows what he's doing. It's a beautiful thing, though. Elon, man, shout out to Elon. Elon knows what he's doing. Trump picked well by having him doing the forensics. They're going to comb through there, find out where all this money is, why haven't the government been audited, which it needed to be. It was well overdue. It's well overdue for being audited and things like that. So he's going to complete the job that Reagan unfortunately wasn't able to do, and things like that. So he's going to go back in there and do the audit on there, get rid of the Federal Reserve Bank as well too. So we are in a great golden age right now. Once these things are taken care of, man, we are going to be soaring to new heights. We're going to be in places that we would have thought would have been impossible, living up there in the clouds, man, and things like that. That's a beautiful thing, man. We're gonna be living exactly like the Jetsons, man. That's what type of life we're gonna actually have. Your children's children are gonna see the remnants. They're gonna see how great that technology has advanced, just like those Jetsons and things. Those cartoons I used to watch on a Saturday morning. That's gonna be a thing, man. You know what I'm saying? These powered jetpacks, these hoverboards for real, like you saw in Back in the Future and stuff. We're gonna be looking at movie theaters where it look like it's about to come right out at you. They already had that technology right now, by the way. Can you imagine watching a movie theater and you're looking at the hologram images, look like it's coming right off of the movie screen, right at now? That's 3D for you, man. Where y'all just be cowered down in the seat, like, damn, that shark came up out there like that. That's the type of stuff that we're gonna be enjoying, man, and many more to come. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be going into a health area as well too, man. They're gonna get rid of all these GMOs, where these companies that we buy food from, even down to the fast food. We're gonna mirror like it is in Switzerland and some of these Scandinavian countries, where they are not allowed to sell let's say GMOs and insecticides and pesticides. You already have what's his name that's going to get rid of the fluoride in the water, RFK Jr. He's going to get rid of the fluoride because we know the fluoride is a neurotoxin. It's carcinogen as well. The fluoride that they put in the drinking water is going to be removed. I don't drink tap water, by the way, but they're going to remove that and things as well, man. We are going truly into the golden age, man. I ain't never heard a president in my life speak the way he is. The one that have gotten Democrats together, Republicans together. I said it before. They are the Avengers. You talking about the Avengers, like the movie? Trump is Captain America wearing the shield with the good old red, white, and blue. You got Elon Musk as Iron Man. You got Wonder Woman, which is Tulsi Gabbard. You know what I'm saying? Because she have the military background. You got Elon Musk as the rich, was a playboy in his time or whatever, rich guy and all this other kind of stuff. Drove the expensive cars. It's absolutely true, you know. It's a modern day Avengers, man. That's what it is, you know. Leading the ahead, leading the charge is good old Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? So that's exactly what it is, man. But I'm about to get off this live, man, because this is Sunday. I gotta get some stuff going, get back to work. I just wanted to point out some stuff about the golden age to get you guys thinking and stuff, and you guys can recap on the video and check it out because I think it's very, very important. I appreciate you, Ohio, man. I appreciate you guys subscribing, whoever that did, and things. And like I said, man, my content is growing, and you know, I haven't did a live or you know what? I haven't even did a video in a long time, and I've been in the YouTube space since 2008, I do believe. Man, it's been a long time, but back then we had a little bit more freedom of speech the way they have it today. I'm encouraging you guys to download Rumble and things like that. You want to do that, download Rumble, get that going on. Rockfin is another one. These are alternatives to YouTube because YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, these platforms are not, they don't support freedom of speech. These are really more of a propaganda machine for them to be able to, and they want to make sure and suppress the free flow of information. So therefore, you guys don't get it. But as we a position now, because we have majority of the House, we have majority of the Senate, and we also have the majority of the Supreme Court as well. And this is big. When they were lying, legacy media again, they said that he was a threat. Trump was a threat to democracy. People didn't see that way. He was a lover. In fact, it's not a democracy, it's a republic. There's a difference between democracy and a republic. The republic is for the people, by the people. Democracy is mob rules, mob boss. Mob bosses set up the rules for the people. So they have brainwashed a lot of people to accept democracy. We are a republic. And the reason why we know this stuff because it's in the Constitution. The republic, the United States of America, not U.S. U.S. is not, doesn't mean the United States of America. There's two Americas. Trump is going to bring it back. You're going to start hearing United States of America again because Trump is also a constitutionalist. So you guys are going to start hearing that, and you're going to want to start repeating that more so. We are not a democracy. We are a republic of which we stand, right? One nation under God, indivisible, for which we stand. You know, we have to understand what that is when we pledge to allegiance and things. This is the freest nation on earth. You won't find anything better than America. It's good to visit places in the world. I've visited places, but they don't have our Constitution. They don't have our Bill of Rights. They don't have things. You can be violated without due process. You don't even have access to a speedy trial like we do here according to the amendments. You know, you get into these countries where soldiers can be quartered in your home and all that stuff in these other countries and stuff. China is not America at all. Everybody wants to come here. You can't blame them. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to be an American, man. You know, but they have brainwashed our children to sit up here and tell them that They are, you want to make them feel like, ashamed of being Americans. You know what I'm saying? They really do. They sit up here and make our children be ashamed of being American, when they should be proud to be an American. That's the thing. That's the difference, though. They're teaching them about democracy when they should be teaching them about the republic. We are a republic, not a democracy. You know, and we have to go back to those 27 amendments and things like that, because that is what matters. This is how our country, how we survived all this time, and they're trying to take that away from us. But I thank you guys once again. I am out for real. Thank you, Ohio man, for interacting with me as well and things like that. This channel gonna grow even more because I try to come with some real great content. I thank you guys for listening to Some Random Guy Speaks. I am your host, Tony G. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my content and things like that. It's steady growing, It's like I said, you can spread the love to friends as well. I talk about issues like this more so. Very patriotic. I love America, and you should too. Peace.